Hello, my name's O.C. Craig, and I'm here with,
Deborah Gordon with the Breland Group Realtors.
and I'm with Eclipse Bank, and we are members of Louisville Homebuyer Community Initiative. And today we want to talk about is homeownership for you.
Yes, home ownership is for everyone. All you have to do is take advantage. Come in and listen to the seminars, and there's a lot of information to gain, and you'll be very surprised at what you get. Plus, we have all the people that's necessary to talk with you and help you. You can ask questions and get your answers that day. You don't have to wait.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be meeting at St. Stephen's on November 16th from 1 to 2:30 in room 303. It's our monthly free home buying seminar. We've been doing these since January of 2016. And the purpose of our seminars is to raise awareness and educate folks on home ownership. We're trying to get them off that rental treadmill, which is very true. There's a lot of folks who start renting and they don't get off that treadmill. They continue to rent, and those rent receipts add up. And not only do they add up, it does not create any equity. You're paying someone else's mortgage. We want you to be able to have that home ownership, that piece of the American pie. And we feel like through our seminars, we provide information that gets you prepared to own a home. So we want to remove some of the misconceptions and let you know how easy it might be to own a home. Deborah,
Absolutely.
kind of let them know who it is that is involved with our committee and our initiative as far as our business industry professionals that come and speak during these 90-minute seminars.
Well, once again, let's say it's free. So you don't have to pay one dime. Just come on in and enjoy the seminars. We have everyone there that you'll possibly need to buy a home. You've got your realtors. You have the people, your insurance company. We have the whole house inspector, the person who comes in and makes sure that your house is top notch, or if there's any problems with it, that you can talk with your realtor and have those things changed. We have a person that checks your credit to make sure that you're on the road for buying a home. We have everybody there that you can possibly need and want in order to get these questions asked for you, and the people that you'll need in buying the house. We even have the title company there to let you know what to expect. We have the termite man. We have everybody there that you will need in order to buy a home. And we want you to be satisfied. And like I said again, once again, it is free. You don't pay a dime. We want you to learn. We want to fill you with this information. We want you to get off that rental treadmill and come on out and buy your own home, have your own establishment, and stop paying somebody else to own that property.
Yep, that's a very, very true statement. I think there's so many people are afraid to take that first step, and I will tell you that the simplicity of trying to get you into a home is really just you taking the initiative and allowing us to put our arms around you and help guide you through that process. I think it's the questions you don't ask is what keep most people out of the possibility of home ownership. And I will tell you, in my 33 years in the mortgage business, that in a very large scale, we can show how you can own cheaper than you can rent. Plenty of different products out there. We also have down payment assistance through Kentucky Housing Corporation. And the reason why we really wanted to kind of inform people how important these next couple of months are is because come spring, it's right around the corner. Every year we get Welcome Home Funds from Federal Home Loan Bank, and that's a $5,000 grant. And that's free money that will aid you in getting your foot in the door. So if you have questions about where you stand financially, come to our seminar on November 16th from 1 to 2:30 here at St. Stephen's in room 303. You can get all your questions answered, and not only that, we can put you on a roadmap of preparation so that you can realize that dream and take advantage of grant funds, which is really big. But even with Kentucky Housing, you can blend that with down payment assistance. So come March, probably the first part of March, you could inevitably be qualified to get a $5,000 welcome home grant, and you can couple that with a $6,000 down payment assistance from Kentucky Housing, and you could have 11 grand go toward purchasing your first home. And I will tell you, in addition, once we get you in there, Kentucky Housing also, if you're eligible, if you qualify, there's even tax credits that you can qualify for that will give you extra revenue at every tax season. This is why you need to come to the seminar so that we can answer those questions. You'll hear this information, and I think what that will do is get you off that treadmill and get you out of that, I don't think I can own a home or whatever. Let me say this. The misconception is you don't need perfect credit. You don't need a lot of money to buy a home. You just need to allow us to give you that roadmap. Pre-qualifications is free. Everything we do for you is free. The seminars are free. The pre-qualification is free. So allow us the opportunity to help you take that first step toward home ownership.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you'd be surprised at the knowledge that you'll gain. Plus, bring a friend. You can bring family members. You don't have to come alone. You don't have to feel like, I'm scared to go in there. I don't want to do that. I don't know what they're going to ask me. I don't know what they're going to say. Bring a friend. Bring somebody with you. Feel free to just come on in and enjoy the seminar. There's no pressure. Nobody's telling you what you have to do, you must do, you got to have this, you got to have that. Nothing like that. We are here to help you. We're here to help you learn how easy it is to become a homeowner. You know, that when you look around your neighborhoods and you see that how many people even own their own home, it's amazing that there's very, very few. But you can be one of those who do have their own home.
Absolutely. You know, I think the most important thing is that, first of all, is to remove the fear or the doubt that you can own a home. And the way to do that, just like I said when we first started, it's about raising awareness and educating. And I think from that, it creates that hope that, hey, guess what? Maybe I can own a home. You may not even be ready today. You may financially have some difficulty. The other thing that Deborah was saying, that we have every professional that will speak to you at that seminar, that 90-minute segment. We even have a credit repair specialist. So if you're struggling there, if you don't think your credit is where it needs to be, again, that pre-qualification helps answer those questions. When I say we create a roadmap, everybody's roadmap can be different, but I promise you, if you come in and see us and sit through the 90-minute presentation, and if you feel like you want to be a homeowner soon, I'm telling you, do not miss this opportunity. This is a pivotal time here. I mean, the year is almost over, and it's tax season as well right around the corner. That's another thing you can couple with grant money and down payment assistance. Traditionally, at tax time is when most people have the most money in their pocket, is at tax time. Right. But we don't want you to take those taxes and start buying cars and big screens and taking vacations, especially if you're renting. We want to show you how you can empower yourself through home ownership. And not only that, when we start to talk about kind of getting your ducks in a row for home ownership, it helps you in every aspect of your financial life. You know, the better your credit is, the cheaper everything that you pay can be, from insurance to, like I said, buying a car or whatever. It's all important. It kind of follows you in your financial world. So even if you're not ready to buy a home in the next 3 or 6 months, I still would advise you to come out, learn. And then here's the other thing. You may get something that you can pass on to a family member, someone you go to work with, someone you go to church with, a neighbor. It is about helping someone else, and that's what our whole focus is to uplift people. And what better way to create a legacy for yourself through home ownership that you can pass on to your kids and your grandkids. So it's bigger than just having a roof over your head and calling it your own. It goes so much more than that. But I promise you, pride of home ownership is huge. I can promise you that. And, you know, I think we all tend to treat what we own probably better than things that we don't own. So, so I think that just kind of goes to say why it's important to come see us. And I think that you will be very informed, And I think it will motivate you to take that first step toward home ownership and a betterment of your financial situation. So, Deborah,
first of all, I'd like to say this too. You'd be surprised that how much you're paying in your rent can be even less than what you'd be paying in home ownership. But you don't know unless you come and talk with us and talk with the lender to see exactly where you are. And you will be impressed at what you can do with your own money.
Absolutely. And I was just going to say to you, too, as far as, I guess, from a financial standpoint, interest rates are really great right now. I mean, they're pretty low. When you look at the last 10 years, we're touching some of the lowest rates that we've had in the last 10 years. So with rates being down, it's going to allow you to qualify for more. All I know is this. I won't talk a lot of numbers, but if you're paying rent, rent adds up pretty quickly. I'm going to tell you. I know I pre-qualify people all the time, and I hear people paying rent as low as $550. I even hear people that are paying $1,100 a month. And if you're somewhere in between those bookend numbers, let's just say $750 to $800, I promise you, what you can own and what you can buy, and especially if you're renting an apartment. If you're in a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, like 500 square feet, we can show you how we can get you probably 1,000 square foot home with 3 bedrooms and a bath, maybe a basement and a garage too, possibly. And pay that same type of money you're paying in rent. But here's the neat thing, like I said, down payment assistance, grant money, tax credits. When you add all of that up, I promise you, you're going to be so much further along in your life in that home ownership. And I'm going to give you one other example. Let's just say you're ready to step out from mom and dad's house and you think the best thing to do is rent, okay? Well, here's why I think you should come to the seminar, because we'll probably tell you why that's not the best idea. When you go to rent, whether it's an apartment or a home, most of the time you're going to have to pay a security deposit, a first month's rent. Let's face it, if you're renting a $700 apartment or home, you're probably going to pay up front at least $1,000 out of your pocket just to step foot in that property. I'm going to tell you, the way grant money work, down payment assistance work, I never tell anybody that you can buy a home without any money, because you do need some front money that you'll learn at the seminar. But in a lot of cases, some of that front money you can get back at the closing. So it's cheaper for you to get into a home out of your pocket than it is for a standard rental lease and agreement. So with that said, I tell you, get in the game, allow us to help you, provide you that roadmap to home ownership. And I think you can be very surprised about what you may find out about yourself. There's a lot of people that I'm sure is listening right now probably hadn't even thought about home ownership. And in our almost 4 years, we've had several people that have showed up to just one seminar. And only because of what they heard at the seminar, it engaged them into ask the question, well, where do I stand? What can I do? And we've had some folks come to a seminar on a Saturday. I can remember one very distinctively. Within less than a week and a half, that person came to the seminar, got pre-qualified, and was under contract in less than a week and a half. And within 45 days, that person was a homeowner, took advantage of grant money that was available to them, and now they're creating a legacy for themselves. They're creating equity with every payment they make. That's money back in their pocket and not to their landlord. So it can be night and day difference between rent and home ownership. So we can't stress that enough to ask the questions to know where you are, because you could be ready today and don't even know it. So allow us that opportunity to assist you. Again, the 90 minutes is, we always encourage people to come back. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. 90 minutes is not really a long time to listen to industry professionals to kind of tell you the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s of what it takes to get you into a home. So we will always encourage you to come again and bring someone with you. It's like a good movie, you come back the second time, you may hear something you didn't hear the first time. Always. So if you're listening and you have been to one of our Louisville Home Buyer Community Initiative seminars, come out November 16th from 1 to 2:30 at St. Stephen's, room 303. And you just may get something you didn't get before, but we encourage you to bring someone with you. Every person who attends our seminars, we call them our recruits, because when you leave on the 16th, we want you to go out in that community, in our community, and let them know what you found out. Because even if you're not ready, there may be someone else that might be, so encourage them as well. And we should be difference makers for everybody. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Help a friend, help a neighbor. And with the information that you get, sometimes it's like a ton of information because everybody's trying to give you, they've got a card, they've got this information. Come on back so you can sit down and listen to it again so you can thoroughly understand exactly what they're telling you. And it's absolutely free. It's for you. And that's what we're here for. We are here for you, to help you to better yourself and to become a homeowner.
And Deborah, you said something right before. It's very important. Here's another thing that I would advise you not to do. Do not listen to naysayers. If somebody's been through this process and had a bad experience, I'm going to tell you most of the time a bad experience is because maybe they're not ready and that lender didn't take the time to roll up their sleeve to give advice or create a roadmap. You know, if you come in and let's say financially you're not ready, credit score may not be there or whatever the case, or your job stability isn't there, you know, it's, for me, myself personally, I feel an obligation that if you're not ready today, when we pour credit and run you through an automated system, if you're not getting an approval, I will take the time to roll up my sleeve and give you that roadmap as to what you need to do to make those corrections and not just send you some denial letter because you didn't meet a score. So don't listen to naysayers, because if they had a bad experience, you know, we don't want you to think that that's the way it is for everyone. Everybody's financial DNA is very different, and never believe that because one person was able to do something, you should be able to do the same thing. I don't say that that's not possible, but I promise you, when we talk about DNA, it follows you right to your credit report and your credit profile. So let us, the business professionals, really guide you the correct way. And, you know, I've had folks that it's taken them months and months to get it together, but I promise you, we've got plenty of testimony of the folks that glad that they came to find out where their shortcomings were, make those corrections, because it's very possible. And it goes back to that word that I always use, hope. Because once you have hope, I think that encourages you to do the things you need to do to better your own self. And so that's what we're here for, to help any way that we can get you where you want to go. So, Deborah, anything else you want to say?
No, just get off that rental treadmill and
Yes.
become a homeowner.
Absolutely.
Have your own.
Absolutely. And again, that is November 16th from 1 to 2:30 at St. Stephen's Church, room 303. We look forward to seeing you there. Let's fill up the room. Bring friends with you.
Hope to see you there soon.
Have a great day.
Thank you.